Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and we got some breaking news as Jacob Toppin is returning to the New York Knicks on a two-way contract as CAA Mafia stays strong. Toppin, he's a part of the Mafia, and once again, he will be a part of the New York Knicks organization for the 2024-2025 season. I've got some major things to go over and a potential outlook on how Jacob Toppin can make it up to the big league Knicks and not just be stuck in Westchester this season. But first, subscribe to the channel. That's why you subscribe. When the Knicks make a move, we make a video. We put out free, informative, entertaining content every day on the New York Knicks, and we are in a subscriber battle with Boston Celtics today, another NBA channel here at Chat Sports. And I hate losing, and I hate the Boston Celtics, and I do not want to lose to Allie Barefoot, who hosts that channel. So if you love the Knicks and you hate the C's, subscribe right now. When you talk about Jacob Toppin coming back to the Knicks on a two-way deal, I'm excited about it because he does have some potential. I don't know if he will ever be a guy that's a major contributor for the Knicks, but we saw in the Summer League that he flashed a little bit, and I was a little bit upset that he had to leave early during the summer with that injury. We saw him play really well in that first game, but then the injury bug got him and he was unable to go. He played really well in the G League last year, though, for Westchester. Played in 25 games, 36 minutes per night, so he was getting a lot of burn down there, averaging 19.8 points per game. That's the question that's the area in question that Jacob Toppin needs to improve. He's a little bit limited on offense, not a great shooter, doesn't really create off the bounce, but seeing him do that in the G League is pretty impressive. 8.5 rebounds as well, super athletic. I think he reads the ball well coming off the glass, and 2.7 assists. Pretty cool to see, actually, Miles McBride in this photo on screen. Shows you, if you work hard in the G League and you stay committed to your craft, you're going to be able to achieve the things that you want to in this league. This was the Knicks team statement on Jacob Toppin that they released once it was announced that he was going to be back with the squad. They wrote saying, Toppin recorded a career-high 40 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists in a 139-128 victory over the Birmingham Squadron back on February 9th in 2024. He appeared in 17 G League Showcase games, 16 starts, where he averaged 14.9 points, 7 rebounds, 2.5 assists over 32.8 minutes. Toppin led the Westchester Knicks to the 2023-2024 G League Showcase Cup Tournament Championship after recording a team-high 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 steals against the Indiana Mad Ants back on the 22nd of December in 2023. He also participated in the 2024 NBA Dunk Contest, where he finished third, and he was absolutely robbed in that dunk contest. I thought he put together the best package of dunks, and he's kind of like his brother a little bit back when Obi Toppin won the dunk contest for the Knicks. Hasn't done much in the NBA. He's only played with the Knicks for 9 games. That happened last year, and I'm not going to judge him off these stats, right? A lot of garbage time minutes for Jacob Toppin. Hasn't really been given the opportunity in the association to prove who and what he can be. But when you watch his game, there are some things that pop off the page, like the athleticism, the ability to have that switchability on defense where he can guard 3s and 4s. He's someone that can get up and down in the fast break game and play above the rim. And I'm wondering if he could see those things that he did well in the G League translate to the New York Knicks. The Knicks also said this when their PR account released that Toppin would be back. The Brooklyn, New York native, shout out to the Toppin family, originally joined the New York Knicks last summer following his senior season at the University of Kentucky. Toppin averaged 12.4 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists over 31.5 minutes in 33 games with 31 starts as a senior at the University of Kentucky. He also recorded 23 double-figure scoring performances, 8 double-doubles, and led the team in scoring 4 times. Over 3 seasons as a Wildcat, he averaged 8.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.4 assists over 22.8 minutes in 86 games with 37 starts. He began his collegiate career at the University of Rhode Island, averaging 5.1 points, 3.9 boards over 18 minutes a night in 30 games with 3 starts. He graduated from the Woodstock Academy in Connecticut after averaging 15.5 points and 8.8 rebounds as a senior. So we talk about all that to talk about this. What can he do in the G League to show that he deserves to get more minutes on the big league Knicks. And one, I think his best attribute, his best ability is his athleticism. Just like Obi, he is someone that jumps out of the gym. But I think compared to Obi, he is more of a high-energy player, and he's able to do more on the defensive end. I think he's a better rebounder. I think that he is someone that can switch on defense better, and he's not someone that's just going to leak out time and time again to get those fast break buckets. Versatile defender as well. I think that Tom Thibodeau is actually a big fan of Jacob Toppin. We've heard the ways that he's talked about him before, and what does Tibbs love? Grit, grind, athleticism, effort, and defense. And Toppin, he does all of that. But unlike his brother, he is extremely limited on the offensive end. He can't really shoot the ball from distance. He's not someone that you want operating with the basketball in their hands. He's not that great of an off-ball cutter yet. He can't really be a guy that comes off a down screen or a pin down to catch and shoot. But I do think he can improve in those areas. The question is, who does he want to be in the NBA? And if he does make the NBA, who does he have to be? Because those are two major differences. I'm sure if you ask Jacob Toppin, he thinks that he can be a scorer in this league. And maybe he can one day. But what I will say is I think his defense and his athleticism is going to be his calling card. And if he's ever going to produce in the NBA, it's going to have to be the hustle plays, getting on the floor, playing defense, and finding a way to run in the fast break. I love the way that he performed, though, in the summer league. Only one game, played pretty well last year back in the summer of 2023. But in that game against the Charlotte Hornets, I thought he played pretty well, and at times he was the only Knick that they would look to score. Unfortunately, he was unable to convert that game-winning layup at the buzzer. Knicks did fall, but had a really good showing, 19 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. What was surprising and I would say encouraging from that game was he got up 16 shots, and that is something that I think is a little bit underrated. The way a player can get their shots up, because that's a skill within himself. Not everybody can just get a lot of good quality shots up. I thought he did that within the flow of the offense, and he went 2 or 3 from downtown. Just one game, but it shows that he put some work in, and the shots were able to fall at a much higher clip than they were previously. And I was bummed about the injury, man, because I wanted to see Tyler Kolek and Jacob Toppin working together. We got a little bit of a tease of Kolek throwing that half-court lob up at the backboard where Toppin went up and threw it down, and I'm sure we'll see some more of Kolek and Toppin working together with the Westchester Knicks this season. Hopefully sooner rather than later, though. Kolek is with this team full-time, and maybe Toppin can be a guy at the end of the bench that helps you when the game is out of reach, or they're trying to make a big comeback with some energy. The Knicks, though, they have filled all 3 of their two-way contracts right now. It's the most you can have, and the Knicks, they have checked all of those boxes. Jacob Toppin, he is back. Kevin McCullough Jr., the rookie out of Kansas, the late second-round pick, dealing with some injuries, and injuries are the thing that's kind of derailed his career in college because he was looked at a guy early on for the Jayhawks that was going to be a major contributor. Then the injury bug started to follow him around, and then Ariel Huckporty, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick of the 2024 NBA draft, showed some nice things in the summer league. Still think he's a ways away, and that's what's awesome about the G League, man. Some of these young players who have potential to be an NBA player can work on their game in the G League with NBA coaching. So you get a full look now at the 2024 New York Knicks roster. Your starting lineup, I'm pretty sure, will be Jalen Brunson with Mikal Bridges at the 2, OG Anunoby at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5, with your bench unit looking like Kolek and Payne behind Brunson, DiVincenzo and McBride behind Bridges. You're going to have Josh Hart and the rookie Pacome Dadier behind OG Anunoby, with Julius Randle's backups being Keita Bates-Diop and Chuma Okeke. Okeke is on an Exhibit 10 deal, which is pretty much a training camp invite. He's going to have to make this team, and I like his upside on defense and his athleticism. I think he's actually going to make that final roster spot. Then you got Precious Achiuwa and Jericho Sims backing up Robinson with Toppin, McCullough, and Huckporty as your two-way deals. My question to you is this, real ones. What is your grade for the 2024 New York Knicks roster as currently constructed? Be honest with me. Don't just be a homer. Be honest. A, B, C, D, or F. I want to hear from you in the comment section. I'll give my grade for the New York Knicks coming up in a second, but first, you need to go to chatsports.com/realknicks. With the NBA season right around the corner, you should be repping Chat Sports and proving that you are a real one to everybody out there. We've got blue, we've got black. We put them back on the site They're up there for everybody to get yours. I've got both of mine. I'm going to be rocking them all season long, and you should do the same. Be a real one. Prove it. Go to this link, chatsports.com/realknicks. I'll make sure that link is clickable down in the comments and description of today's show. My grade for the 2024 New York Knicks roster at this very moment, as we record this video on August 14th, is an A. I truly believe that this is one of the best rosters in the NBA, and I'll go as far as to say it is the deepest roster in the NBA. You saw the graphic. There's legitimately a solid backup at every single position, and because of that, unless this team just gets screwed over by the injuries again, they are going to be able to compete with anybody. I think they can go toe-to-toe and match up with the Boston Celtics and deliver and take any punch that they are going to throw at you. And what's crazy is we are just 69 nice days away from the season opener. 69 days away from the season opener. We are just over 2 months away from our first watch party here back on the channel. And we are less than 2 months away from our first preseason game, October 6th, against the Charlotte Hornets. The Knicks will play, then they will play the Washington Wizards, then the Minnesota Timberwolves, back against the Hornets, and they will close it out October 18th. I thought that said October 19th. That would be my birthday. But the Washington Wizards is when they will close out the season. 5 preseason games. It's 5 too many. There shouldn't be a preseason in the NBA because the preseason is all the games leading up until Christmas Day. That's when NBA season starts, but less than 2 months away from the preseason and 69 days away from taking down the Boston Celtics on ring night at the fake-ass TD Garden. If you're ready for the season, hit that thumbs up icon. I know I am, and I know you are as well, especially if you're watching this video this far. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on social media, trying to grow my social platform as well. So hit me up at @MarshallGreen_ on Twitter, as well as on IG. Let's talk some New York Knicks, and hit that thumbs up icon on your way out.